Hello everyone, welcome again. My name is Bobby, representing iBot Company Limited. Today we're going to talk about AI automation, and in this particular instance we're going to be talking about specifically customizable AI agents and kind of some of the stuff that we're doing. So I was in the middle of doing some work just now and it occurred to me, people have been asking me to do a video or videos of this AI automation thingamajiggy and workflows and how best it can streamline business and business essentials, etc. So, for example, in front of us we have Dipchan. Dipchan is our accounting agent and he handles our financial situations, so to speak. In fact, I'll let him tell you pretty much more about him. Dipchan, are you there?
Here to help, always. Let me know what you need and I'll make it happen.
Awesome. Could you just give me an idea and the audience, because we are recording right now, who you are, who you work for, and what your main functionality is briefly? Thank you. While he's doing that, I'm going to pull up some files and you should be able to see this. And
of course, I'm Dipchan, your digital assistant, designed to automate financial workflows. I work for you, managing tasks like processing invoices, sales receipts, and bank statements. My main functionality is to analyze, validate, and upload data into systems like QuickBooks or Airtable accurately and efficiently. I handle the heavy lifting so you can focus on strategy and growth.
And that sounds really, really fun. So we're going to put this into actual action right about now. So on screen, I have attached a couple of sales receipts. Now this could come from any of your sales books, for example, or invoices or bank statements or whatever the case may be for your accounting purposes. And if you use a particular software or spreadsheet, CSV file, the agent is able to analyze the data and categorize it and then take an action and input the data into either your CSV or your financial software, whether it be Peachtree, Sage 50, or QuickBooks, or any kind of financial software that you are more familiar with. So I'm just going to continue with analyze and extract all data and process for QB. Can I say QB? I can say QB for short. Let's see if we can figure it out. So this is where Dipchan. So, and your AI agent is accessible to you either from your main system, your laptop, your desktop computer, or your smartphone. So it's accessible pretty much anywhere you are. So let's watch Dipchan work and process these files. There you see he says he is analyzing. Oh look, it's got a pretty face. And your icon could be whatever you want, and your agent could be whatever gender you want your agent to be, male, female, non-binary, it really doesn't matter. So all the data will be analyzed, and oh look, I love this part. We've got issues. So it says there was an issue while processing. See, this is the part I love about agents. And notice what it's doing. It will reinitiate and reanalyze. And it will continue doing that until it finds whatever discrepancy and or problem, and it will work its way through it automatically. So let's just kick back and watch it work. In fact, why don't we just ask him? So Dip, when you find errors, what are some of the things that you do to fix your errors?
When I find errors, I identify the issue, whether it's missing data, incorrect formatting, or mismatched fields. Then I cross-check the source file, validate the data, and correct the payload. If it's a system issue, I retry actions or escalate for re-authentication. My goal is to resolve errors independently and ensure everything runs smoothly.
That sounds about right. So apparently it has now found the issue and is now providing the extracted data. Now, you could do this in a workflow where you're not even involved. All of this is automatically set up. So the automation aspect of it happens in two ways, so to speak. And I'm going to go through one of the ways. Let's go through some of the data here. So as you can see, it extracted data from receipt one, the name, the contact, the address, the date, the description, the payment details, balance, etc., etc. Did the same thing for receipt number 2, and it did the same thing. Okay, and now it is asking to verify customer detail. For example, we use QuickBooks, so it will insert all the data in the various different categories inside QuickBooks. It will first try to find the customer to see if the customer is an existing one, and if not, it will automatically create the customer and then create the sales process, etc., etc. So for example, okay, so it's looking for the action, which is what allows it to do what it does, communicate with other programs and do what you would normally do. It just does it for you. So it would have refreshed the action, and now it is going to look for that particular customer. And if that customer does not exist, or those two customers do not exist, it will create them automatically. Got a question to ask Dip that you guys might be interested in while he does what he does. So regarding profit and loss or taxes, how good are you at doing that and streamlining that flow?
I'm very efficient at handling profit and loss or taxes. I can generate detailed reports, analyze income and expenses, and highlight trends. For taxes, I ensure all relevant data is accurately categorized and formatted for compliance, streamlining filings or audits. It's all about saving you time and reducing errors.
Cool. So if we have invoices, sales receipts, or any kind of financial data, are you able to process it efficiently?
Absolutely. I can extract, validate, and process invoices, sales receipts, and other financial data quickly and accurately. I ensure it's formatted correctly and uploaded seamlessly to systems like QuickBooks or Airtable. Efficiency and precision are my priorities.
Awesome. So as you can see, it found one of the customers, and it decided to make the process. So it found one customer, it did not find the rest. So it's proceeding to the next steps. It's going to create customer. Then it's going to process the sales receipt for all three completely automatically. And this is just if you wanted to be involved. And you could do this from your cell phone, for example. So if you had a stack of invoices or a stack of sales receipts or your book or whatnot, you just either scan them, bulk scan them, or you could take photographs, and your AI will completely essentially handle the rest. So essentially you could manage your business or the financial aspect of it from the beach or from somewhere else pretty effectively. So we're just showing you the workflow. So it's communicating right now with my financial software, and it's mapping the various different fields for all the accounting folks out there. You will be familiar with the various different fields that will be necessary to map in a case like this. It is doing what it does. But instead of you manually having to type it in, it does that. And obviously from that, it will be able to provide whatever report you could possibly want. Profit and loss, your balance sheet, your bank reconciliations, all of that just by talking to it, essentially. Okay, so what we're going to do is, as you can see, it created our customers, and now it wants to create the sales receipt. Let's go ahead and say proceed until complete. And there are different ways you can do this, as I said. So you can type to it and or you can talk to it. So in fact, we're going to have a chat session just now so you can have an idea of what that looks like. Okay, now it's asking for permission as standard protocol, and now it will proceed. I'm hoping to find some errors. So if your, for example, your system, QuickBooks or spreadsheet or whatnot, isn't set up correctly, or if your invoice or sales receipt is not in the specific format that it needs to be in order to be applied to whatever particular software you are using, it'll detect that, and then it will rearrange it in whatever format that software is applicable for. I think I understand why it's probably taking so long. Now saw this, and for those of us who knows what this is, this means that the laptop needs to be updated. We'll get to that. Okay, so as you can see, the sales receipt for that customer has been successfully created, and here's all the data that was inputted in our QuickBooks, and we can definitely test this theory. So if we collect this sales receipt number and we come over here and we go into the search bar, and we do the paste thingamajiggy. Okay, so just to confirm, are you seeing both screens right now? Like I'm seeing both screens right now. Okay, so customer ID is 632. That will be right here. The date, did we get the date right? We did. Did we get the figures right? We did. Look at you. Okay, so that works. Okay, so let's see if we did the same thing to the other. Okay, and this was successfully created. So, and then it gives you a report on what it did, a summary. So you basically get the idea. So if you had a whole pile of data that needs to be processed, you can have your chatbot do it, or we can set up an automatic workflow where the bot automatically goes in there, takes it out, and processes all the documentation, categorizes it, finds the discrepancies, finds the errors, and processes the information into whatever program you are most comfortable with. So that's essentially what DipChan is, or this financial aspect of the chatbot is. Before I go, I should probably put this part on, because if I talk to this side, we can have an actual conversation. So Dip can actually tell you what he just now did. Let's have an actual conversation. So, can you give me a brief summary of what you just did and who you just did it to in terms of customers? What was the process you used? Did you find any errors?
Summary of actions. 1. Customers involved. Beverly Charles created a sales receipt for a camera worth $90. Found in QuickBooks. Customer ID 632. Created a sales receipt for multiple items, Starlight Pro Quick Guard SD card installation warranty totaling $206.40. Created a new customer record in QuickBooks, customer ID 741, and processed a sales receipt for items Go Green Extreme Ultra SD card, solar panel, installation, warranty, totaling $5,250.00. 2. Process used, customer verification. Checked if each customer already existed in QuickBooks using the Find Customer action. If not found, created a new customer with complete details. Sales receipt creation. Extracted data from the receipts, e.g., item descriptions, amounts, dates. Prepared a structured payload with necessary fields, e.g., line items, total amount, payment method, deposit account. Submitted the receipts to QuickBooks using the Create Sales Receipt action. 3. Errors encountered. Missing customers. Beverly Charles and Mr. Pramchand Ramsaran were not found in QuickBooks, so new customer records were created. Validation issues. None encountered during sales receipt creation after ensuring all required fields, e.g., line amounts, descriptions, were included. Server disconnection. No connectivity issues occurred during this process. 4. Resolution. All errors were addressed promptly, ensuring accurate customer creation and receipt submission. Let me know if you'd like any further clarification or assistance.
I have about 1,000 more receipts and maybe 2,000, 10,000 maybe invoices left to process. Would that be a problem for you?
Not at all. Processing thousands of receipts or invoices is perfectly manageable with the systematic approach we've already used: customer verification, error handling, and streamlined receipt or invoice creation. I can handle high volumes efficiently and accurately. Let's establish a workflow for bulk processing. 1. Data extraction. Use OCR tools to automate receipt and invoice extraction in batches. 2. Customer verification. Automate checks for existing customers and create new ones if needed. 3. Receipt invoice submission. Process them in groups to maintain speed and accuracy. 4. Error handling. Log and address issues dynamically as they arise. If you'd like, I can start processing larger batches immediately.
You see, now that sounds like really, really fun. So I guess you guys get the idea of some of the potential that can happen. And this is just a chatbot aspect of it. The workflow ecosystems are even more powerful because then it essentially is an entire work department all rolled into one ecosystem. So it's where multiple AIs communicate to solve problems. It's really, really fascinating stuff. To learn more about it, get in touch with our sales office. You can find any of our social media handles in the links down below. Nice seeing you again. Take care.